Just one sneeze and it's all over. Before the break, I asked you which pair of these women held a world record for slapping balls. Will the record holders please reveal themselves? Ladies and gentlemen, former table tennis champions Lisa Lomas and her sister Jackie Worrell. So, ladies, what record do you hold?
We hold the world speed hitting record. That's the amount of balls you can hit across the net in 1 minute.
Speed hitting? Okay, and how many is that?
171 at the moment.
In?
1 minute, so it's about for a second. Yeah.
For a second? That's quick. I fancy myself. I can have a go at that. Can I have a go at that? Michael, come on. Who wants to play me?
Lisa,
don't fight. Bring it on, baby. Wait a minute, Michael, time it. See how fast I'm going.
3, 2, 1, go.
How did I do, Nick? How did I do? I felt...
that was amazingly pathetic.
Oh, well, cheers, Mr. Old Guinness. You know, like I'm playing table tennis all the time, you know. It's not bad for me, though, you know what I mean? But you lot experts, you know what I mean? When was the last time you done this?
1993. It was, well, 171 shots, obviously, in 1993. Previous to that, I think it was 5 years previous, we'd actually set the record, beating Alan Cook and Desmond Douglas' record.
So do you think you've got a very good chance of breaking it today? Because it seems like a very, very hard record. You saw me there, and I'm about the best we've got to offer here. And, you know, you saw me struggling there. You know, do you think you've got a good chance of breaking it?
We're just going to try the best we can.
Yeah? Well, if you try your best, what more can you do? OK, Guinness judge Michael Froman and Kate will try and count the shots. Because of the difficulty of keeping the ball going for a whole minute, we need the audience to be absolutely quiet so as the ladies can concentrate. Remember, they tried to break this record many times and failed. But I'm hopeful that they will do it today. We all are. Over to you, Mikey. Do your thing. All the best, girls. Go get them. I can't see.
You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
That's 40 seconds. Stop. Well done. A minute, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, girls. That was fast. How did they do? How did they do? How did they do?
Well, I think we're actually going to have to check the replay because I'm not quite sure. It was very quick. So I think we have to look back.
Yeah, to be certain, we should check the replay.
Let's check the replay then. OK. Do you think you started quick enough there? Was it a good start, Lise?
I think that the service was nice and low to start off with, and really it's just to keep it in that direct line and not move it around the table too much. There, as you just saw, we clipped the net. When we actually did the world record, we didn't make any net mistakes, and it was, you know, a perfect line to the ball.
Right, the results are in. How did they do, Kate?
Well, Ian, they managed to get an amazing 156 shots. Unfortunately, that's 16 short of a new record, unfortunately, but it's still brilliant.
It's a blinding attempt, yeah? But that is evidence of just how hard it is to break that record. But ladies and gentlemen, they're still the world record holders, Jackie Worrell and Lisa Lomas.
Now, if you ever put your hamster in an exercise ball and pushed him down a hill, you'd be arrested for cruelty to animals. But there's no law against doing the same thing to a human. Our next record attempt is one of the most extreme, dangerous and bizarre that you'll ever see.
A tiny hamster is out for some exercise. He's the reason we've come to the South Downs for an incredible record attempt, because his exercise ball has become human size for the latest craze in extreme sports: zorbing. Zorbing was invented in New Zealand, and Rich Ely from Shropshire is the Northern Hemisphere's champion with over 1,000 runs to his name. He's determined to beat the Kiwis at their own game.
The Kiwis rate themselves as the top zorbers in the world. They're real godfathers, but they came over here and I really creamed them, showed them what to do. I envisage...
2 world records are up for grabs. The distance covered in a single run, currently standing at 250 metres, and to set a new official zorb speed record.
I've seen a lot of zorbing, and I know I've never seen anybody reach speeds of 30 miles an hour in a zorb. So if I get into the 30s, then, you know, I'm rocking.
That doesn't sound like much, but remember, the real test of extreme zorbing are the incredible forces you find inside. To prove this, G-force expert Andy Newland fixes measuring devices throughout the zorb. It's time for Rich's only test run. A weighted dummy is harnessed into Rich's place, and Andy will record the forces it feels. Rich watches nervously as the test dummy is finally positioned. Immediately, it goes wrong. The zorb has started to bounce unexpectedly. The enormous impacts make the dummy break free from the harness.
The waist harness here, that's just to hold you tight to the end of the zorb, because the last thing you want to be doing is tumbling inside it, especially coming down there. If you was tumbling, it very easily be fatal.
Bouncing is the biggest danger in extreme zorbing. It could also cause the ball to burst or the strings to break, in which case Rich would be slingshot to the ground. When the dummy was recovered, most of its limbs were shattered. The art of zorbing is to roll without bouncing, and Rich feels he's found a better, smoother line than in the test. Andy looks at the force readings from before the dummy broke free. Remember, the measurements are taken from the spot where Rich's head is going to be.
What you're seeing here is peaks in excess of 10G. Now, if you consider that a fighter pilot would only see around about 7.5G and he has the benefit of a G-suit, what Rich is doing is absolutely crazy.
There's no time for any more test runs, and the paramedics are concerned.
He's going to be experiencing massive G-forces, which is a big concern. I think he's mad.
Despite everything, Rich has decided he's going from the top.
They've got a job to do, haven't they? You know, it'd look bad on them, wouldn't it? If something went wrong. Look bad on me.
The zorb in position, Rich gives the go-ahead for final preparations to begin.
Okay, you ready for this then? Yeah, I'm ready, are you?
All obstacles are removed from the course. He wears a neck brace and his helmet cam allows us to watch every moment of his run.
Okay.
The air intake is sealed, and finally the moment of truth has arrived.
Into it now. Got my toes in the toe hoops, shoulders in the shoulder straps, again nice and tight.
To confront a record zorb run, you can know no fear.
2, 1, go!
Here we go.
He's off. Immediately, Rich's worst nightmare has come true. The zorb has started bouncing more than ever, and Rich is in real trouble.
Can we get the paramedics in just in case that's get the paramedics in straight away, please?
Paramedics and Rich's teammate John rush in to see if he's okay. He's fine, but he's very shaken up.
I never want to do that again.
The run over, Rich is still in for a painful landing.
Oh, thistle! How lucky is that? When at the first bounce I did, I was at the top of the ball and I landed, and I'm sure I'm going to have some marks on my shoulders. They're the kind of forces that you're up against inside. It just started going over nicely. I went perfectly head over heels, which is the ideal way, and then it just got woof, woof, woof. And then when it started to bounce, it was just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want the ball to do this. I was really gripping for my life then. I could see that the bottom of the ball coming up, and I could see the strings tightening, then I could see them bouncing again. It was coming down on my shoulders. I had my shoulder harnesses very tight, which is what you must have, but when I was bouncing, I was coming down like that and bouncing, and it just felt like my shoulder blades were digging into the middle of my back, and I thought, I wasn't sure if my shoulders would come out of the joints or whatever.
All that's left is to tell Rich that not only has he set a new world speed record of 31 miles an hour, but he also set a new distance record of 323 metres.
Yes! Yes!
You'll be foolish if you don't join us next week after you've seen what we've got in store for you. Until then, good night.
Next